awesome.
Hell yeah.
When can we listen to this? No, I'm kidding.
Oh yeah, for the people, drop your socials
Oh yeah.
or your social.
So we're on Instagram, moon MOON.LYRE.
Is it like the heart?
It is like the heart.
Sick.
Yeah, not liar like your ex, but
Wow.
LYRE like the beautiful instrument
Like a
created by like a Greek.
Not like the Jim Carrey movie.
Yes.
Yeah, not like liar, liar, not like lawyers.
No, yeah. And
It's the mosquitoes for me. I don't
I
know,
know,
if
right?
it's still a mosquito, but I'm about to freak out. Yeah.
Moonlighters out here murdering
That's a Mike
mosquitoes,
Tyson
baby.
mosquito, dude.
We got sweet blood in the crib. It's summertime high right now, and the mosquitoes are
I got
they're
the sweetest
creeping
blood.
on us.
Yeah, that humidity.
Yeah.
They're ready for us. They're
But hell yeah. Moonlighters got 2 singles out right now. Garden and
cool it now.
Cool It Now, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, them songs is fired. I listened to them a lot yesterday and today, like while I was at work and shit.
you.
And
That's
like,
awesome. Thanks.
Yeah.
I was saying on the first take that the first one, Cool It Now, the intro of that song is crazy for real.
Yeah,
I didn't know what
It's so heavy and intense.
It
Yeah.
is. It sounds so good.
I didn't know what to expect when I clicked on it for real. They came, I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's really it's like everything. It's like when the orchestra is just like warming up. When, you know, it's like everything.
Oh yeah, like the.
And I didn't plan that. I don't know who figured that out.
Don't y'all have a kind of an ill breakdown in
We were
in
all
that song,
channeling.
right?
I don't.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
honestly
Yeah.
truly believe we were all channeling something that was not us.
Yeah, something.
If we're gonna get woo woo, you know.
The Greek gods were speaking.
There's something going on because there was something else in the room. We were all just like, I don't remember.
How we got here, but we're gonna
There,
say
I don't remember any
I
of
think
it.
it just like, happened naturally. Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I know, Richie, you come from a metal background or whatever, and like honestly, in my like kind of like closed-minded, super like hardcore and metal mind, I definitely like associated a lot of those parts with like, you know, shit that I would
yeah.
see. You know what I mean?
I
And a
appreciate-
hardcore
yeah,
show,
I
which is
appreciate
cool,
that, yeah.
and it translates really well. It's sick. Both
remember-
songs are great.
I remember when I played it for you. You were
Yeah.
like, "Whoa!"
yeah.
I had no idea it was gonna be so heavy.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, I like that reaction."
Yeah.
I'm like, "I like that you didn't know what it was gonna
Yeah.
be, and
Yeah,
you had
me and
no
Jamal.
idea." You guys were just like wide-eyed,
Yeah.
and like, "Whoa!" And I was like, "Yes."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
What?
reaction.
Like-
That's the
This
reaction
is
we
what
wanted.
exactly
for
what I
sure.
wanted. Is like unique. You had no idea, and you don't even know where to place it.
Exactly.
There is no place.
We had it on full blast at our old place of employment, and it has a great
Yeah.
system,
Yeah.
It
and it
does.
sounded fucking great. Yeah.
It was,
So,
and that wasn't even a master. That was a demo.
who recorded y'all?
We were at Ohm Studios, Ohm Collective.
Umstead Collective.
Yeah.
Okay.
We recorded with Adrian
Kobzar.
Kobzar.
Kobzar?
Kobzar.
Kobzar?
Yeah.
Kobzar.
Sorry, Adrian. I'm
Sorry.
fucking. Adrian.
Just butchering
We
this
love and
man's name to
appreciate
death.
you.
That's
And
okay.
then we got mastering at Voyager Mastering out in Nashville.
Oh, sick. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Cool,
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
so cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Damn, y'all really went for it. Sick.
Yeah, we kind of
Good.
went for it. Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, Adrian's awesome. I've been working with him for a few years now, and everything he does, you know, he's not only like great technically, but he's an awesome producer. Like he's like the type of dude that'll be like, hey, let's change this pedal setting. You know what, this pedal
Yeah.
sucks. I have this other pedal, and then he'll be like, why don't you guys do this? Why don't you guys do that? And he's like a
He's an
legit producer.
OCD
Yeah,
thing.
like,
I like my people OCD like
Yeah,
me.
your
Yeah.
engineer
Where he was
gotta
like,
be.
no, and it was like it's
Yeah,
gonna
for
take a
real.
little bit longer, but he's like, let's get it perfect because the last thing
Hell
you want
yeah.
is someone who's lazy in the studio.
yeah, but he's
Ooh.
also
and he's
like,
not, and he's not.
Yeah, your engineer kind of got to be like that
Yeah,
for
they
real.
Yeah,
do. Or
absolutely.
it'll just
And, like-
I want my
whatever.
nail girl OCD, and I want my sound engineer OCD.
feel you.
That's what I want.
Bailey with the horse.
That's what I want.
we gotta find one.
I really
that-
feel you on that.
Yeah,
we
and
need it, yeah.
Exactly.
And because you need them to make choices for real. Because like I know for me when I'm making music, like I spend all day going back and forth on one thing. You need
Yeah.
somebody you could trust to like make the choice for you. Let's keep on moving.
Yeah, so you're not there till,
Or
you know.
make the changes
Yeah.
to make it sound good.
Yeah.
Like, listen, it's got to be this. We have to tweak this because it'll sound better. Trust me.
Yeah, absolutely. Someone to be decisive, you know, because you could just sit on a chorus fucking 8 hours.
Yeah.
you need that other person to be like, hey, no, I heard this, because it's really easy to get kind of tired and late, you're just like, oh, I just want to get out of here. I've been here
Yeah.
all day. I want to go home, whatever. And someone would be like, no, we have to do this. It's not right. And you're like, wait, fuck.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, yo, you
Yep.
can't be making choices based on how you feel at the time. You need somebody to like tell you, no, I'll do it again.
Exactly, yeah. It's like a
Yeah.
trainer, at the gym. They're like, nope, again.
But it has to have like that feel too. Like it can't just be like, oh, that was technically good. Like it needs to
Yes.
feel good, and it has to like have soul and come from the heart. You know, that's
Mm-hmm.
important too.
Yeah. And that's Moonlighter.
And that's Moonlight. That's what we're all
It
about.
comes from the soul.
So with so with Moonlighter, I know it's like super different from like other stuff that y'all have done. Does it feel refreshing to do
Absolutely.
something so different?
Definitely.
Absolutely. Yep.
Wait, so start at the beginning. What have y'all
what is
done?
something that y'all have done? Yeah,
Yeah.
I was about to say the same shit.
Yeah.
Richie, you've been.
You know, Richie
what
has
was your-
like
what
the
was your
hardcore
genre?
background, which is sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I've been playing in bands for like 20 years. I've been in countless bands. I come from like shoegaze and alternative and
Yeah, baby.
yeah, that's been my thing.
Where are you from?
I grew up in Logan Square. I'm from Chicago.
Oh, true.
Damn!
That's
All
right.
of y'all are fucking posers.
That's right. I wasn't gonna say shit, but I'm glad you did. Nah, I'm playing.
That's our whole fan base.
Yo, dead ass. Not Logan Square.
Yeah, I wonder if I know any of y'all bands. I probably do.
Damn, that's
Yeah,
so sick.
yeah. So I play in a band called High Diver. And
Great band.
Emily's been in tons of great bands, and she has an amazing voice.
Emily, where are you from?
I mean, this question like stumps me because I'm like, what does it mean
Where
when you're
were
like
you when you were from 6 to like 14?
6 to 14?
No,
well,
from sperm to six.
sperm.
There you go. Yeah, you're
I was born in
You're
the,
right.
I was born in the Philippines, but I was there for
see.
about a year, and then I moved to California, and then I was there till about 5,
Okay.
and then I moved to Marquette, Michigan, like the Upper Peninsula.
Damn, for real?
Yeah,
That's
I went to
crazy.
hot to polar cold.
Holy shit.
And then I was in the middle of Michigan, in the middle of the palm
in the middle of the mitten.
of the mitten, right?
Everyone does the hand. I'm
Yes,
Yeah.
and then
I don't see
and
it.
then I was there
You
for most of
you're
my
like, I'm
childhood.
from Michigan.
For most of
It
my
looks
growing
exactly
years.
like this.
Yes.
How
And
did
then-
you get to Chicago? School?
No, some guy I was dating. You know my life. I'm a Libra. You know, like love
This is a
takes
safe
over
space,
my.
baby.
We're both
I know,
Libra.
and I trust everybody
Both
is
of
going
y'all,
to be with
boy,
me.
no way.
Every
We'll
step of everything I'm talking about with astrology. You know what? But I'm a Libra. Like love is a part of my life, and we love and partnership, and that is a part of my songwriting process. Is the goofiness in my life. So anyway, I came to Chicago because I was dating some dude. He made Chicago sparkle. So I was like, I'm coming to Chicago, and I'm gonna make Chicago even better.
Period. I'm glad you never left.
And then
And now
I
it
don't know. And
sparkles.
then I was
Now
like,
it sparkles extra bright.
whatever. Right. No, and then I'm just here, and then I just started. I was like, I'm gonna do music here. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna try and make it happen for myself. It took a long time, and I just put together a couple, like my first band, Glass Lux, and we were electronic, Italo disco vibe, and then that was cool. But then I'm like, but my heart isn't like more classic rock, heavier rock-ish, weird, but genreless, and that's where I feel Moonlighter is kind of genreless, but yet it is, all live, no playback.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
you
know,
guys definitely have such
heavy,
a strong
whatever.
sound. How did you find other people in the band? How did you even build this? How do you guys even know each other?
So I was going through a breakup. Like we're just all
Jesus
going
Christ.
going back to love
This is so
and lack of
safe.
Get it together, Em.
Fucking breakup, liar.
Hey, you know what? My 7th
Wow,
house
who
of
said
partnership is
that?
retrograde in my
Relationship
birth chart.
liar.
I know. You know what? This is. But hey, this is
Typical
my,
Libras,
Maybe it's
am I
my
right?
treasure. Like
There you go.
right.
Speak on it, Emily. Speak on it.
Opportunity in the
Oh man,
lack
that's,
of yada yada. So
that's what creates art.
Absolutely. You know, you're not an artist if you don't have darkness.
Yeah. The only songs come from people that are bummed.
Yeah, no one's excited
Yeah, seriously.
and no one's excited, rich, having the best time of their life, making good art.
Nobody's trying to listen to
Pretty
Cool in the
sure.
Gang all day.
Yeah, man, I don't want to listen to some upper middle class white kid from Schaumburg.
Have an
Like,
amazing time.
Yeah, having a great
Like
time
art.
and fucking top
No,
off.
it does not exist.
Shout out to Schaumburg. Listen to Moonlight, and I'm just
We love Woodfield Mall, sponsor us.
go to that Hot Topic. There's gonna be our shirts.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Right? When we blow up, get a
Cinnabon.
discount. Nah, people
20%
from
off.
Schaumburg. You can
Ass.
afford it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, what was that question?
How we met? So I met.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all.
I met Emily at
Oh, how we met, yeah.
at Easy, where she was working, and
We're gonna bleep that out.
We met. We
No,
met.
we met-
Yeah, cut that out. We
through
gotta
our
cut that out.
friend.
through our friend.
Through our friend, and I needed a guitar teacher because I had already had Moonlight in my head, but I didn't have the name. I wanted to start an all-girl band, 70s swampy. I was like all women. I'm sick of working with dudes. I was like, I want all women, and then I'm like, I want whatever.
That worked out real well, huh?
I know, I'm in a band with all guys.
You're the only girl in the
Yes, I love it though.
Yeah,
I
so
see
Richie was
you.
giving me lessons for about 4 months while I was getting over like a relationship. I was deeply depressed. And every Tuesday he'd come over, we would do guitar stuff. And then all of a sudden we were like, wait, we should start a band. And then we're like, yeah, we get along well. I know you and we should do this. And then we found our friend George, who used to work with Richie at Chicago Music Exchange.
I actually never
cool.
worked there, but I pretended
did?
like I did.
Oh,
So I would go there every day and play everything, and then be like, all right, bye.
yeah. So we,
And then I made friends with everybody. Then
What
I
if you
made-
really worked at a place and did that?
Yeah, right? Like, what's up? Can I help you?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I need help with this, that. I don't work here.
just hang out and
All right,
play all the
peace.
guitars.
You want me to get someone that work? I'll get someone that
I'll
works.
get somebody
I'm
right
the
here.
customer service liaison.
Yes, you know. So it all happened really naturally, and when we figured out we had a goal in mind, and then we found George, and then after George, we found Andy,
Yeah.
who's
Andy.
played bass, and then we found our drummer,
Our drummer, Brandon,
But
who-
everything's
yeah.
kind of switching around. Everybody's like, yeah, we're kind of figuring everything out.
But George, who's a really close friend of mine, he used to be in a band with our mutual best friend called Fur, and that was like a very 70s type vibe.
Yeah,
So
that's why we knew he'd be a good fit.
yeah, because I play guitar, but I don't play guitar like that. You know, like
Yeah.
I play a lot of metal stuff, but that's why I was like,
George
I was
is
writing
really
drums,
good
yeah.
at coming up with these like amazing, crazy riffs that like he just he's like attached to the it's like his it's like he just picks it up and he's just like married to it and he knows its language and he's like doing stuff and he's like and I'm like whoa.
That's very clear to
Yeah.
that's very clear to hear in the songs too. Like definitely commend y'all for just like the part changes and song structure and the choruses are just so good and so fucking big.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, big
For
choruses,
real.
I'm all about
They're
big choruses.
huge.
I love-
They're huge.
They're really good.
It's
I like a
pa-
hook
it's-
after
yeah.
a hook.
Yeah.
I want you
Yeah.
hooked like on
Yeah,
drugs.
exactly.
Like you don't know which
Before
part.
I get to the end of the song, I
Yeah,
already know
like
what's coming.
the end-
I don't want you to
listen.
know
Yeah.
which part you like the best because
Yes.
you're hooked on every part.
Yeah,
like
like-
drugs.
You're
I
addicted
want you addicted
to our music,
to
and it's
every
ruining
line
your
in
life.
this song. This is like it's
And
like
you're spending
I'm
all your
putting my
money?
ADD in there, and
Yeah.
also like any addictive like traits in me. I'm like, I want you. You don't even know what you like. You
Like-
just like
Yeah.
you want.
Yeah,
you
like
just. It's,
you're losing your friends and your family because our music
Yes,
is
and
so
you're
good.
like,
That's crazy.
This analogy has gone all over. I love
No,
that.
but like definitely like
I love that.
especially the end of Garden. It's crazy. Like
yeah. Oh my god.
Let's get slow.
you're making me want to
Yeah.
listen to my
That
own
is
song
my
right now. I'm like,
favorite
it's
what is
hard.
that?
Well, we will listen to it
that could be
in
the
15
break
minutes.
song, dude.
Yeah.
Because I love that song. Fuck.
Yeah,
that song
earlier-
is so
Hell yeah.
good.
Thank
Earlier, you were
Thank
walking
you.
us through like writing that song and where it came from and shit. You want to explain that to the people because it's actually crazy.
Oh yeah. You can go about both. Okay, you guys, we had to redo this. Okay. So,
Damn, she finally came out with it. I
The
was like,
cat's out of the
You
bag.
want me to
No,
walk through
Perry
the
already
garden?
said it
You want me to walk
8,000
through the
times.
garden with you?
Yeah,
walk
You
through the
wanna walk
garden
through
with
the garden
us.
with me?
yeah.
Well,
Yes.
take a stroll through the garden.
Well, it's funny because it came so naturally. Like I didn't struggle with like what am I gonna write in the beginning of the song, and I didn't really know how it was gonna end. But at that time, I was just kind of introspective, and I was thinking about my sisters and how they've been a big part of my life and always will be, and how I've grown as a woman, and they've been my mother, father, all of those figures. Yet my mother and father have always, you know, struggled in their own lives. And so in the lyrics, you know, like, it's kind of like a garden where if you don't put light onto something that is growing, it will not grow. And that's where healing is. And so when you listen to the song, you kind of hear it. It's pretty like self-explanatory. And then it just kind of, and then as it's slow, you're like, oh, this is going to be a slow song. But then it just stops and it's just fast because it's like that is, you know, and then it's going into relationships. And then you're hearing like, you know, like being a weirdo and being an outcast, and then you're dating. It's just like, it didn't really have a recipe. I wasn't really planning it. And it's kind of just, oh yeah, attachment styles are messed up because my childhood or my parents didn't love me the way that I was supposed, whatever, you know, like sob story. But that's where the song comes from. It's just like,
which is, I'm sure, highly relatable.
It's exactly in our generation.
For most
I don't know
people
many
I know,
I feel like
in at
everybody
least one
can-
of those lanes, you know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah, like
Exactly.
we're all growing all the time, you know. It's like
Yeah, and then it goes into like some revengeful, like, oh, you stole my credit card.
Oh yeah, that's a very.
So it's kind of I like to use a play on words because it's you don't really know. I like to not be so like outward and blatant about like the heavy shit. So you know, like 1 2/4 and a shakedown is turning someone upside down and shaking out so that all the money.
I knew it.
All the money falls out of their. All the money falls out of their pants. So it's like 1 2/4 and a shakedown.
I knew it. Yeah.
So that's like you're stealing from me, and I'm gonna like get it out of you.
Yeah.
And that's right. And I came up with it. I remember the moment I came up with it because we were all about to leave rehearsal, and someone started to do everything in halftime. Do you remember that?
I do actually, yeah.
And then I remember looking at Andy and being like, and then I was like, and then I just remember doing like 1 2/4 and a shakedown, and then it was like whoa, and everything kind of came together. I was like, wait, everybody don't pack your shit up. I don't know. I just remember that moment.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
And it was like we
Yeah.
just, and then it was so rad because we didn't know how to end that song, and then we found that ending, and it was just
It's just natural.
perfect. It's a great song.
perfect.
Thank you so much.
Cheers to you guys. I love that fucking song. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And then in contrast to that one, such as deep and like with multiple meanings and shit, you said the other song is just about something very simple.
Yep.
Pull it now.
Let's go. Yeah. I definitely wasn't going through anything like lyrically. I wasn't going through anything intense. I was in a passionate relationship, and it was fun, and it was whatever, and it was summertime around this time of year, and I was like, I love old cars, and I'm like, oh yeah, vintage cars, like having sex in a fast car. Who does that? And I'm like, oh, in a movie maybe. And it just kind of was the idea of it. It didn't go any deeper than it needed to go, like as far as like emotionally. It was just like, yeah, having sex in a fast car. Let's write this song. It's great.
Yeah.
It's gonna get you in a mood. Like I like that song that like gets you. It evokes an emotion where you're like,
Yes.
yes, I want to have fun, and I want to go out, or I want to just whatever. We're gonna turn this on. Let's make ourselves feel better, or feel more like we're ready to go out, or do something. And that was Cool It Now, and that was from just like how fun.
Have you ever heard a song called Bubble Pop Electric by Gwen Stefani?
No.
It's also about having sex in a fast car.
What? Really? Now I'm like, wait.
Drive me in your hot car, ride it like a track star.
That's the only part of the song that has to do with the car.
No, the whole thing, Bubble Pop Electric.
I mean, I don't know the song. I was just talking shit. I don't know.
Now I'm gonna listen to it.
Yeah,
I tried so hard
I'm
not
gonna play
to
it on the
say
break.
what y'all could sound like or anything.
No, I'm gonna play it on the break.
Isolated, like, no,
Now we're
why
playing
would you
Garden on
play-
the break.
No, here, like for us. For us. But no, I love how like something so simple and like how you could set the mood and
Yeah.
the vibe for an idea that's so simple and like explain it in a creative way. You know what I'm saying? That's beauty all in itself. Not
Yeah.
everything got to be like super
It doesn't
deep.
have to be deep. It doesn't have to be.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
And like
Yeah.
even with the music, like I said, it comes on. Like when you told me that, I was like, it makes sense. Like it's super fast. It come on crazy. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, just like this band.
And I feel like and what's really cool is that the guys like they just kind of follow. Like I'll in my head I'll be like, yeah, let's do this, and they just it's like we're all in
Yeah.
sync, and it's
Yeah.
it's
I
actually
love
really
that for you
beautiful.
guys. I love
it's like
that.
being on the same brain waves where if I'm feeling a certain way, and then they'll just it's,
Yeah, so
all
it
the
does.
songwriting process is beautiful.
We all come from different backgrounds musically. So like we said earlier, like alternative metal, like more classic rock, and you know what Emily's been doing, and that to me is what makes usually like the best bands. Not that you know, I'm not being boastful. I'm just saying like when a bunch of different people come together and they mesh like we do. That's typically, I think, when you kind of start to discover something
Yeah,
new.
so you're basically saying that y'all appreciate that it's not like Emily and the Moonliers, basically, right?
Doing the Moonlight.
Emily Morrison, the Moonlier.
Yeah.
No, actually, I think it's because we all mesh. Whenever I'm in a band with someone, I have to mesh with them outside of music, like
Yeah.
chemistry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I respect
Yeah.
them. We can finish each other's sentences, and like Richie and I would like. We just were kind of, I would think about, like, you know, like, and this was like strictly platonic friendship way, like when we would be, you know, meeting up to do music or to do guitar stuff. And I would think about him and he would text me like, hey, are we still doing rehearsal or like whatever. I've told you this before. I mean, it still happens. Like, we have insane synchronicity. Like, we are meant to make music together.
Aw.
No, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like I get signs from my whatever, and I know that like we are meant to make music together. Like we are musical soulmates for sure. 1,000%.
Yeah, see,
That's
and
beautiful.
that's why that shit sound like that. Oh my god.
No, yeah, no, and nothing is a mistake in my life.
gosh,
Like
yes,
it's all
thank
no,
you.
no, there are no coincidences when it comes to me. I don't know about everybody else.
And it's crazy because, like, you know, I've been a singer and a guitar player for the most part, but I've always loved playing drums. I learned drums pretty much right after I learned guitar at the same time, and I've just never really found a project where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm playing drums, and you know, I play bass on the recordings.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I came up with the drum parts for the most part.
And you're so good at drums, like you fucking hit like it's so crisp, and you're like.
Like they stole my credit card.
Okay.
Yeah, we're on the same page. We're like,
This fucking Dr. Drum Set. fucking-
Dr. Drum Set is crazy.
Dr. Drum Set. Oh my.
Coming for your cookies, baby.
Let's go, Papa.
amazing.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Whatever hospital he works at. No, we shouldn't.
All right.
Richie, what bands can you say like inspire your like style of making music?
That's a great question. Definitely a lot of 90s stuff. Like, you know, that's just when I first discovered music in the early 90s. It was like Nirvana, Smashing Pumpkins, Soundgarden, all that stuff. And then
I
as
almost came in to Smashing Pumpkins.
That would have been very sick.
Yeah, for sure.
I love that band.
Deftones, huge bands like Hum and Shiner, more underground bands, and then I got into like heavy metal as I got older, like Meshuggah and Slayer. But I listen to everything. Like I can listen to Cannibal Corpse and then A Tribe Called Quest, like literally right after.
Relatable.
Yeah, dude, like,
Relatable.
I'm so like OC, I'm so like ADD with my music. I'm like, I'm gonna like Emily got in the car today and she's like, oh, you're listening to like house. Yeah, and I was like, I love house music.
Yeah.
Like,
So like, what's going on?
yeah. And I'm just in the car like, are we ready?
Like we were listening to Turnstile
Yeah, exactly.
for like a month, and now we're on House. Okay.
Yeah, so like, I don't know.
Shout out
there's-
Turnstile always.
Yeah, I know, right?
Everything you listen to, I feel like makes its way into your brain. So I try to appreciate all music in all
Yeah.
forms.
And
know,
I like
even
that.
classical
Yeah,
music, you know,
I like
Respect
that.
to
Yeah,
that.
you don't want to stay in one genre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, Emily?
I love, you know, a lot of classic rock and, you know, like Dolly and Cash, like all those like, you know, well-known stuff. But vocally, I really like vocalists who really had no rules, like Kate Bush, Len Lovitch. They really sang with like, there's something that I liked. I just don't. Something about when someone tells me what to do doesn't, like, you know, just like being classically trained. Like, oh, you need to be in this key, and I'm like, no,
Yeah.
no. I'm gonna be where I think it sounds good in this. And I like how Kate Bush and Len Lovitch, they're so like almost sharp, and they take it like when you listen to it, you kind of know they sound
Yeah.
almost carnival. Like, I don't know how to describe
It's
it.
about the feel. Yeah.
Yeah, they sound they're doing what they want to do, and I like that about them, and that's sort of where I got a lot of my inspiration and you know, like I would listen to them a lot. Like, I liked how they just were, you know, they were in the same key as me. And, you know, that's where I got a lot of my inspiration from. And like Richie, I always listened to a lot of different stuff, classic rock, and then like, I mean, I wasn't super heavy into things. I got really obsessed with hooks, and I like to understand why do we like hooks in a song, and what's that addictive thing? And I became so obsessed.
Is that thunder?
Yeah, it's just
Moon
The
Lane.
weather is weathering while Emily's taking his shit off, y'all.
to, you know,
Emily's calling to the
I know I
elements of
am,
her
right?
answer.
That's what I do,
Damn.
you know. Yeah, but I lost my train of thought, so there's that.
Oh, well, we're talking about hooks.
No,
Yeah, that's like
Go ahead.
that's like the most fascinating thing to me about hooks. Like when I have made music in the past, I mean, hooks just seem so fucking challenging.
Yeah.
Like how like I know all of y'all are musicians. Like how did y'all get good at writing hooks? Like how do you know that the hook that you're writing is not gonna come off corny? Do you just do it and like because like we've all heard so many bands that try to make a hook, like especially rappers try to make a hook and it just like
Right.
it's just like
fucking sucks.
Yeah.
It's fucking trash.
Like repeat it every
or
single
like a
part
band,
of the song.
or like a band that makes a hook and it sucks. You know what I mean? Like, how do you not do that? Like,
I was like, shit, that's what I do.
Get your chicken fingers and chili.
Well, you said it yourself as you try.
oh, okay,
and
yeah.
that's the point is you don't.
Like when you're like, oh, it's time to write a hook.
But it's you don't try, but then before that you link it into an emotion.
Okay.
So that's what I do when I'm writing hooks and songs is like, what am I feeling? And then because, you know, if you have an addictive personality and my addictions are like, what makes me feel high? And I'm not talking about drugs necessarily. It's like songs, like I used to listen to the radio and I would record on my little tape deck the hooks, and I wouldn't record the entire song. I would wait for the hook to come in, record it, and then I wanted to know why I felt so good.
Yeah.
That I would just compile all of that, and I would just do that. And I didn't know why, and I was like, I want to know why. And so then I was hooked on that feel. Hooked on a feel.
Hooked on.
I was hooked on that, and then that became my obsession. And so then that's when I write songs, is I'm like, you know, I'll be working with whoever the fuck, and they'll be like, hey, we need a bridge, we need a chorus. I don't know what a bridge is. I don't know what a chorus is. I'm like, I'm writing every single line as a hook because I want you so addicted that you don't know what the fuck's going on. Like a relationship.
It's all coming together.
It's all just
This shit is blowing my mind right now.
And that shit is kind of
Boyfriends, do not watch this episode. Don't listen to it.
that shit is like, you could break it down like scientifically too. Like motherfucking hooks gotta be repetitive.
Yeah.
You gotta be catchy. They gotta resonate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In order to make a good one, you know what I'm saying? It's gotta strike a feeling in you.
Yeah, and something that people are gonna repeat.
You know what I'm saying? It's gotta be repetitive. You know what I'm saying? So it gets stuck in
somebody
your
at
head.
home
You don't need
listening to is gonna
17
be okay.
ghostwriters. You just need one. You need one damage, like drama.
When you hear a hook, like you're like, oh man, that's fucking catchy,
Yeah.
and like, I don't know. For me, it was always like it came from like listening to like the Beatles.
Yeah.
When you listen to the Beatles, it's like hook after hook after hook after.
Yeah.
Every song is a hook. Every song was a hit. So to me, if like a song doesn't have a hook, it's like just throw it in the garbage. It's
okay.
Damn.
it's pointless. Like a lot of your ex-boyfriend. I'm kidding.
Hey, you know what? It's fine.
It's
fine.
Richie
You know
right
what?
here on the
They were
Praise
good
Value
for something.
Podcast.
This
They were
Richie
good for
Pistol.
something. Hey,
Richie
you know
versus
what?
Emily,
Instagram
fight.
not
You know, they were good for something. It's fine. It's fine.
All right, well,
They
actually,
teach you lessons.
Wait, is it
Transactional.
Richie Pistol? Is
Transactional.
that the?
Yeah, that's
That's his real name. It's
That's
Pistol
sick.
Already.
not
crazy.
He gets annoyed.
It's Richie Pistoleritis, but I go by Richie Pistol.
Richie Pistol is hard.
Yeah.
I did not know. That's sick. Okay, not too much on that, but like, yeah, I know
you.
that.
I appreciate
I
it.
didn't know.
No,
Did you just think of that right now?
I get that all the time. I put in like a reservation at the Hoxton, and the chick was like, "Your name's Richie Pistol?"
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, "Hell yeah!"
Come up to room 112.
Yeah. She be like, keep the change, baby.
I can have dinner at your house.
Yeah, you gotta do the finger gun too. All right, man. It's break
Richie
time.
Pistol on line 1.
Which one we playing? Garden?
Garden.
Let's go
Yep.
Garden. We
I
talked
go
so
with
much about
Garden
it. Let's
too.
go
That's
Garden.
my vote.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Okay, so yeah.
All right, so our hot shit of the week is by Moonliar. The song is
Moonliar.
called Garden.
It's out
Enjoy.
right now. Yes, sir. That was Garden by Moonliar. That's out right now in all of y'all phones right now. Spotify, Apple Music, you know.
Yeah, open your computers. It's there.
When
Everywhere.
When you click
dig-
on it, you'll see the artwork, which I love for real. I was like, damn, it only looks like a Venus in this shit for real. What's
Tapping
that?
My Venus energy.
Is-
Like
are you wearing-
divine feminine whatever?
For real. Like, are you wearing that thing? What is that behind
You
you?
know, it's funny because we didn't plan any of that, and we were working with our friend Jimmy and Allison, our like kind of impromptu creative team.
Shout
And
out to them.
Yeah, they're awesome. Love you guys.
Big shout out
So
to Jimmy
good.
and Allison.
And they had all this artwork in their garage, and it was like religious, like Mother Mary, like Virgin Mary stuff. And I looked at it and I was like, yes. How do we incorporate some sort of like center Mother Mary sort of like, centering thing? And he had that already in there, and it was like, oh, I am the lead singer. I'm the center. Let's go.
I'm everything.
I am everything. You need me. Let's go. And
Yeah.
Suck it.
so we kind of
Grow
just
up,
rolled.
Richie.
We rolled with it. We like
Never.
the
Support for the other bandmates though. Like,
No, we literally just rolled with it. It was just kind of like everything just kind of organically happened, and we just and it was cool.
And that's the best when you can be inspired by someone and inspire each other, like at a photo
Yeah.
shoot or something. You know?
None of
Yeah,
that,
no, for sure.
none of all the photo shoot stuff that happened that day was planned. We were like, let's do something cool. We'll figure it out. Whatever. All of a sudden, we're lighting all these old Maxim magazine like nudie mags on fire, and I was like, how sick would it be if I'm just like lighting a ciggy and I'm laying on the ground, there's a motorcycle. Like, we just figured it out all on the fly.
Yeah.
And it was cool. And then someone's eating, I don't know why banana. Like, I had this thing where I'm like, let's get a bunch of bananas and incorporate it. And it's just like this phallic thing, whatever. I don't know.
I love it.
Well, yeah, it fucking works for real.
It
because
worked. It
when I
worked.
first saw it, when they first sent me y'all music, I was like Moonliar, and like we said, like Lyre, like the Greek like instrument and shit. Like I said, a mythical instrument. I associated with like Greek mythology and shit. And then it looks like Birth of Venus for real.
Yeah.
I didn't
It's
even think
cool.
about that.
Yeah.
It's cool. It works
I
out
didn't
really
think
well.
about
Like
that either.
the style of Jimmy's photos
pull it up.
and
You know
like
what? And then there it is. You know what?
the style of
Alright.
Jimmy's photos and like the colors like are so
Yeah,
hyper.
Oh yeah, holy shit.
And these are my disciples.
Emily and the Moonliars.
Let me see. That's dope.
Whoa. I actually just got goosebumps all over.
For real?
I am amazing.
Yeah.
That was
Come
the
on,
first.
Barry.
That was the first thing I thought of when I saw it.
That's crazy. With the quickness.
I am amazing. I actually didn't realize that was a thing.
So many Greek references.
Whoa.
Me and George are Greek.
They're both very Greek.
I definitely
yeah.
thought that was intentional as fuck. I definitely did.
Actually, you
These are
know
all
what?
Emily's ideas.
It was
Oh,
intentional.
But everything down from like the
Weird.
pictures to like the logo to the music, it's
I'm so impressed by us.
yeah.
Maybe we just
y'all killed
inspired
it.
you.
It's a great rollout for sure.
Yeah,
Like,
that's-
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
You know what? Just trust in the universe. Things just roll out.
So what does the
It's weird.
future hold for Moonliar? You guys have anything geared up? You gave the public 2 great songs.
Yeah.
What
So
else is in the making?
we have our first ever show at Federal Moto. It's like a motorcycle garage. So we're like, where are we gonna have our first show? I want it unconventional because we're not a conventional band, and I just thought it would be great. The acoustics are gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Big
Me-
garage. It'll be cool. Summertime. So that's August 11th, Federal Moto. And yeah, that's what we have planned so far. And everything is limitless.
Hell yeah.
Sure, absolutely. Yep. Take
Yeah.
your time.
When's the
This
LP
is
come out?
You
No,
know,
dead
We
ass.
got a lot of songs coming.
we have a lot of songs that we're just
yeah.
sort of
fleshing out and
perfecting and stuff. So everything we're going back in the studio probably September.
Cool.
We'll have something to release. We're gonna release like a couple more
yeah,
by September
yeah.
as my own birthday present.
To yourself,
To
yeah.
myself.
For being
When's
so
your birthday?
awesome.
Hell yeah, we always talk about with artists like putting out singles versus like putting out like a project or whatever,
yeah.
and like what like how you decide like what you finna do and shit. And like I like the single, I like putting out singles just to stay like
Yeah.
relevant and shit, because you don't want to put all your time and effort into putting together a collection of songs and people listen to the first two. Like I want people to listen to everything all the way through for real.
Yeah, just like a
it's
song a month,
ADD.
yeah.
Think about it. It's like you don't want this whole album where you have to commit and be like, what the fuck? Let me listen to this. It's like couple singles. We're all so ADD. We got our phones and we're flipping around.
Yeah.
And I'm like, one song is too short. 2, perfect.
Yeah.
3, you're pushing it.
Yeah.
Let's just do like a couple. Everyone's so ADD. Let's make it, like exactly how everyone's scrolling through their phones. Short
Yeah.
and good. I got your attention. Awesome. And then the next, maybe in a month, a couple weeks, keep that buzz going. 1 or 2 more. There are really no rules. If you're a big band like Muse or whoever the fuck, yeah, do an album.
Yeah.
Do whatever
Yeah.
you want. But when you're nobody, you're not
just trying to
there.
get your name
you do
out there,
1 or
yeah.
2 songs.
Yeah, that's literally what I was gonna say. Like it's real hard to get me to listen to more than 4 songs by y'all if I don't know
I
y'all.
won't.
Yeah.
I won't.
know what I'm saying?
It's hard for me to listen to
I won't
4
even do that with
songs.
my own shit. Yeah.
It's hard for me to listen to 4 songs by an artist I really like. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like,
Unless it's on a record and you're like, I'm committed.
Yeah.
And you're listening to vinyl.
Dude,
yeah.
my stupid ass, like sometimes it's hard to like listen to a whole song.
Hey, me.
I'll be like, oh man.
Keep that song at 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Oh, second chorus is coming. I'm gonna change.
Yeah. I'll get it.
I feel like I know exactly what's going on
we're
with the
just
song.
reverting to is we're reverting
I
back
get
to
it.
hit clips. We're reverting back to hit clips.
Yeah,
Just 30
yo.
seconds. Remember hit clips?
Hit clips
Yes,
are fire for real.
absolutely.
Wait, explain that.
Hit clips were like
Hit
things
clips?
in like the
McDonald's.
90s and shit, and like you
Yeah,
would have
Britney
this little
Spears,
ass thing. It was like a
NSYNC.
little ass device, and it had like
it looked like a tiny ass square cassette.
Like
tape.
a like a.
and it had a memory card. The
They
memory
were-
card would have
oh
the
my
song
God.
on
Was it
it.
like
They
a
were
Tamagotchi?
predisposing us to
Yes,
not
of
have
how
the
old we are.
attention span.
Yes.
They
I
were-
was gonna ask you guys, like, how do you even figure out, even with Perry and stuff, like making music? But obviously, you guys are like, it's giving that you guys are the same age. But how did you ever figure out the switch that happened with music? Because we all remember what it was like when we were younger. I don't know. It's giving like maybe the people we listened to when we were growing up, they didn't have to figure out like how long our attention span was. Like we were. I'm gonna speak for myself, but like dedicated to an album, like it didn't have to be chopped up. Now we understand people's like attention span, and it's like, oh yeah, maybe I do just give you 2 songs instead of a whole album. But when we were younger, you were listening to.
I mean, our
that
brains
shit.
are different now.
That's
you know?
that's because
With our phones
Yeah.
and technology.
You
It's
only
like,
They're making us this way.
you only had a
It's
certain
the
amount of
Matrix.
CDs for real.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like what you go listen to. Look through your book. You
Yeah,
feel me?
you gotta read the
But you
book.
were gonna listen to
Yeah.
that whole CD
They're
because
predisposing
Hey,
us to
hey,
be
my-
non-committal.
My book was lit.
Everything
bro.
goes back to
My book,
relationships.
my book still goes crazy.
My book was
You still have your CD book,
crazy.
Emily?
CD book?
Yeah.
No.
You don't have a Case Logic still?
I had it right
No.
before I moved into this crib, and I held on to it for mad long. I had my little binder, but right before this crib, and that's something to talk about because
Was
I was
it
probably
alphabetized?
27.
Oh, mine was.
I did.
Oh,
wait, whoa,
isn't that
whoa,
crazy?
whoa. What was in everybody's? Because I had a CD changer in the trunk.
Oh, you had one of
So it
those.
was like
Oh,
6.
yeah.
Yeah, I
It
know.
was AFI.
Yes,
Let's go.
which
Sing the
one?
title?
Bass.
No,
Wait,
come
what?
on.
What
now.
album?
It was the winter one. What was that
December
one?
Underground? You're tripping.
Can we put
Miss
the
Murder.
Sonics? Oh, one of those. One of those. Any of
Miss
those.
Murder. Hey, the intro.
Murder.
Wait,
Oh,
look. The
yes.
intro to that album is fire. I ain't
So
gonna
good.
lie.
Oh my god! I hope.
Miss
are they
Murder is
playing-
barely
Are they
a
playing
track.
Riot Fest? Because they should. Actually,
Nah.
is that the next? Is that the next topic? Is Riot Fest? No.
Don't
it's
tell,
Pitchfork.
don't tell them that we
The
have
intro to
And then I
December
had
Underground.
Bayside. I had Bayside on there,
True.
and then I had
Bayside. We're
recording, right? No, I'm
Bayside,
just
hell yeah! And then, oh,
Ew, see.
What?
I don't know.
I know what it looked like,
I don't
but I don't know
remember.
the name of it.
They all sound the same. They're all just like.
Okay. I'm glad you said it before me.
Straight up, that's every Victory Records band.
What was in your guys'?
Yeah, seriously.
What was in your guys' binder? What was the one?
Yeah.
Because given that me and Emily have the same binder.
I'm already look, G.
I mean, how much time do we have?
The one that you were always like, shit, I don't know where, maybe I put it in the wrong spot, but I'm like, listen, where's that one? That one.
It was
First of
White
all,
Pony,
I didn't
dude.
buy
White
CDs.
Pony.
I fucking
Hell yeah.
White Pony.
Yes, absolutely. Burn
somehow
City.
I was burning and I was definitely stealing.
Shout out to
them
Lamar.
I was
Shout out to
stealing
Rudy
and
Mall.
burning.
Shout out
Yeah.
to Rudy Mall. I was definitely stealing.
Sorry to my
from
mom's
Sam
computer.
Goody.
Sam
Shout out
Goody, you got
to
it.
Pirate Bay.
Yeah, it was before. Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
That's
Ooh,
My shit.
Damn, you stole from Sam Goody? That's risky. I was doing Hot Topic.
I was doing Hot
there
Topic,
were no
too.
there were-
Coconuts.
Wait,
Yeah, yeah,
actually,
Coke,
you know what?
hold up. They never heard of coconuts before. Like I keep telling them, like coconuts was a thing for real.
I didn't
What
know
is
that
that? What
either.
is
That
that?
was like before
Coconuts.
FYE or something.
Yeah, all the coconuts turned into FYEs.
Oh,
but it
yeah.
used
I
to be
never knew what
bro.
coconuts was. Perry
is
talks
that?
about it all the time. Whatever FYE was when we saw it in the mall, it was something before that, and I have no recollection
It
of
was
it.
cocoa.
Yeah.
Getting like a vague like memory. Or
Cocoa
something.
Nuts is a
this
crazy
is this like a
bit of-
LimeWire
Cocoa for
thing?
Cocoa
What is
Nuts.
this?
It was like FYE, like the store, like a
Like a tower or a Sam Goody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I miss those. You could go and hang out with your
Fine.
friends
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah,
My
just
book.
dick around in the store,
You can
not
listen-
buy anything.
Listen to
but
Buy
Eminem.
anything.
I'm listening to all the songs.
Maybe
I
steal.
definitely had the Eminem show in my book. Eminem show was definitely in my book.
Oh, for sure.
Definitely still Blink 182.
T.I.
Yeah.
King was in my book.
For sure.
Sum 41 All Killer No Filler was in my
Banger.
book.
Oh yeah.
All heaters.
Just
Still holds
look
up.
Can you play that
infected.
next?
That's
Can
what
you
I
play some
have.
41, please?
Then I had like Winds of Plague in my book. Gotta have a case of strain in your book.
What about for you, Richie Pistol?
Oh man,
What were you stealing from the mall?
everything. My clothes, my
Same, baby.
products.
Hollister.
Yeah, I needed shit.
Yeah.
Dead ass.
Richie, I was doing the same shit. I had this. All right, this was my whole lick. I would go to the mall, and I would go to American Eagle because they had like those paper like like bags or whatever with like the flat bottom, and I would go in there and be like, hey, I love American Eagle. I need one of your bags for a collage in school. So what I would do is I would take that because you're not allowed. You're not allowed to. You're not allowed to just give out like bags at the mall or whatever. You know what I mean? For that reason.
Yeah.
And I would take one, and I would go to Hot Topic, and I would put a bunch of shirts in the bag, and then I would fill it up with CDs. So the CDs would land soft in the bag because
Yeah.
of the shirts.
Damn, dude, this is the most amazing shit I've
And I would walk out because they had like the sensors on the side of the doors.
You guys might have to censor this whole part out.
Nah,
You're on
This
some
is
fucking
Arlington-
Italian job
Statute of
shit.
limitations.
this is
that
Arlington,
sounds good.
Texas in 2005.
Yeah, it's pat-
I'm good.
Past the
We're
statute
good,
of
we're good.
limitations.
Yeah,
Come
we're
find me.
fine, We're fine.
No,
They're out of business because of you,
CEOs
bro.
have come and go. They don't give a shit.
They've been sitting here for years,
Dude.
gaining knowledge.
checking the
on
inventory.
here.
Like, why is all this metalcore gone out of our inventory?
Dude, you're slick. I would go to Borders and just like grab the case and like I had a knife and I'd be like,
Whoa.
and
See,
would,
dog,
like,
I would-
just like run out with it.
I would do that at the crib. You know what I mean?
That sounds so sick though, only because of the name and shit. That pistol shit at the end is like, damn, of course you were in there with the knife.
Man, I'm
And you
fucking
pulled out your
shaking.
back pocket, you're like,
You go to Borders, don't
I
take
wanna know
one
how
book.
these companies
I'm
made
shaking
any
Nirvana
fucking money.
Unplugged. I'm
How
just
did they, like, there's more people like us that were, like, who was paying?
nah,
That's what I
dead
wanna
ass.
know.
In our
Who was
generation,
actually
for
paying?
real.
The motherfuckers
They got
paying.
that
I
shit
was
locked
not
down
paying.
now, but when we were younger,
The
oh.
motherfuckers that had
Wait,
money.
what was everybody's first CD? Like the first CD you ever played in your Discman or your CD player?
Usher 8701.
Usher?
My
God,
very
yeah.
first. Well, Eminem, Marshmallows
I
LP.
was a
Okay.
goofy Usher
Mine
fan. I
was-
loved him so bad.
Okay, can we put that
I had
M&Ms?
I guess my
M&Ms?
first one was like my parents. It was Sade.
That's a
No, the first one that you bought.
The first one I bought,
Yeah.
Jay-Z Volume 2 Hard Knock Live.
Okay.
Sick.
You guys are so cool. Mine was That Thing You Do, the soundtrack.
Damn.
Tom Hanks' autobiography.
Literally, come on, what the fuck? Like, I didn't know what I liked. I didn't know what I liked, but I liked that movie because I wanted to be a drummer. I wanted to be a drummer before I wanted to be a singer. I didn't know I was a singer, and I wanted to be a drummer because Shades was so cool, and he was just playing, and he was the raddest guy in the entire movie. So I was like, I want to be a drummer.
What is a movie for the people?
That Thing You Do.
That
I've
thing
never
you
seen
do.
it.
Who's in it?
I don't think I've seen it either.
He said Tom Hanks, and I was like, damn, you lost me like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Well, he directed it. That's what that was.
Oh, okay. I thought he was in it. I was
that
like,
movie's awesome. It actually is so right on with a lot of how like things go about. Like it can be fast, and it's like people love you, and then all the shit that like piles up within the band, like everyone's personal lives, and it all just fucking implodes, and then everything dies so fucking fast before you even realize it.
hell yeah. That
That
was
thing you do.
almost famous for me.
Tom Hanks, if you're listening, listen to Moonlighter.
It's not.
Well said. Well said. Cool it now.
What was yours,
Got it.
Richie? Your first purchase CD?
My
Did you
first-
put in your Walkman?
The first CD, no, it was Nirvana's live album, Muddy Banks of the Wishka, from the Wishka or whatever, from the Muddy Banks of the Wishka, Nirvana, yeah. And I actually, because I heard Smells Like Teen Spirit and a couple of other songs, that I bought that by mistake, and then I was listening to it, I was like, oh, this is live, but that actually like really influenced how whenever I hear of a new band, I always go to YouTube to check out live performances.
Yeah, for sure.
That's sick. All right.
I don't know. I just love live. I love when bands record live stuff and put it out.
Yeah. I love a live album.
Because with bands it's different. We always talk about this shit too. It's like when you talk about bands, like they translate best live. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
More emotion.
You know what I'm saying? As opposed to hip hop, which translates best recording.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because when you see it live, it's usually trash.
Speaking of, this is one thing I want to talk about. Speaking of Smells Like Teen Spirit, I wanted to talk to y'all about songs you could die happy if you've never heard them again.
Oh man.
Songs you die happy if you never
Songs?
If you never heard again.
Oh.
Like you would die happy, like, oh, fuck that fucking
Oh
song.
my
Fucking
God,
Bon
everything
Jovi.
just came flooding into my head. It was like,
My life.
it was
or
like
what?
top 40, just like, it was like, oh man.
It's your life.
Give me a second. It was like,
All right, if anybody, all right, I'm gonna do mine.
go.
I'm gonna do Smells Like Teen Spirit. Sorry, Richie.
I actually fucking hate that song.
I do like the song, but I'm good.
Fucking can't stand it. You know what? It's because we worked
Nirvana
in the same.
has so much.
We
to
worked in the
it
same
it's not
place,
that
and
song,
the
and that's
jukebox
why
played
I'm
that
over it.
song.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
why we don't like it.
Even before that,
There's
I mean-
so much
He didn't
better
like it that
Nirvana
yeah.
shit.
He didn't like it that much.
I was gonna say
Yeah, he
Stop.
fucking hate that shit.
Oh no, he
hate
did.
that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, he did.
I was gonna say Nate, not the Killers.
No,
Now you trying to blow, now you trying to air him out right now. It's like,
no, I'm separating
Because they
myself.
play it every single time.
No,
Like,
not that though. Like me in my own life, like
You know, I
I
got one
have-
before it escapes me. You know, it's like it's fucking that Matchbox 20 Santana. It's like, wait, where is it?
smooth.
Smooth.
how does it go? Wait.
Well, it was
Where is
just
it?
like
What's
the
that?
ocean.
Under the
Morning, just a thing of that emotion that I get from you.
Give me your heart. That's real.
About it.
Y'all are
Oh my
tripping.
God,
I can hear that song
fucking-
every day.
Yeah, it's definitely giving
I wanna
Michelob
die
Ultra
right now.
Light.
I would
and
like to
like,
die right now. I fucking hate that song.
Yeah,
we all
that's
know
crazy.
the words and we don't want to know the words.
Santana?
Hard.
Santana.
Supernatural?
It's so annoying. They forced it down our throats and we didn't want it.
I love
yeah,
that song.
you're right.
That's
That's
the
valid.
head we didn't want.
Richie, what's yours?
I hate this song. I hate this band. I don't give a fuck. Maroon 5, Moves Like Jagger.
Oh my god! Also that bad.
Horrific song.
Songs about Django. Crazy. That's the album for
But that's not our songs by Jagger.
I'm just like, shut the fuck up.
Boo! Tomato. Perry, what's yours?
I got one. I got two actually. First of all, I never need to hear Brand New ever again.
Wait,
Oh,
brand
yeah.
new what?
The whole
band?
band. Just throw
I
the whole
agree.
band.
Let's go.
I'm
Cut
with
the
you.
mics.
Throw the
Cut
whole
the
band
mics.
away.
1,000% I'm with
Let's
you.
go.
Let's
Stop! I fucking love brand new and
I was
fuck
just gonna
you,
say,
dog.
I mean, that's
This
you.
might be the one thing you and I just are polar on.
That's you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You talking about me.
Yeah, we're talking about personal preference. Yeah.
And
You're right.
individual song that I never need to hear again is fucking Big Sean. I don't fuck with you. I hate that Dale song, yo. Every time we go, because my thing is like, you obviously give a fuck because you made a song about it.
You're lying to me.
And you got E40 on it too, which is crazy.
You're lying, Sean.
Wow.
You know what mine is, and I just thought about it right now because I was trying to dig too deep. But you know, we got the Peloton in the corner. I just did a ride with KK today, and one of the songs is like that Chameleonaire song. You see me rolling.
Ride dirty.
Hey,
Oh, fuck with Ride
I
dirty.
literally felt so corny the entire time that I was
You're
hearing
like,
because I
can't be
haven't
here.
heard that
I
song
can't be here.
in its entirety in so long because I'm not listening to it. But like when I heard that, I was like, oh, I'm good on this, dude. And Chameleonaire, respect to him. Like he has some songs I fucking love them. That is not one of them. I do not want to hear that song. And a lot of E40 songs I don't want to hear either.
Remember when Weird Al covered Riding Dirty?
No.
Yeah.
Oh my
He
God.
did White and Nerdy.
Y'all remember that? That was a hit. That was huge for real.
Try to catch me wide and nerdy.
Yeah. Throw Weird Al away as an artist too. That was never for black people.
I kind of
I know,
fuck with
Amish
it,
Paradise
depending on
went
what
kinda
song
crazy.
it
Okay, wait,
is.
that was
Amish
great.
Paradise.
Can we play that one next? You have a lot on cue right now because I'm like, play this and play this and play this.
Amish Paradise was.
I mean, that was pretty good. That was
My other-
Yeah, see?
We were all
things like
talking about it
that.
at school in class the next day. I remember.
My other one is, I've been wanting to talk about this all week. Yeah, by Usher.
No, that's a hit.
That's my,
My
okay, wait.
God.
Let me
That's a
stop.
hit.
That's
No.
my dad's ringtone on his phone.
Oh, God.
I remember looking over and being like, it was like, yeah. And I'm like, and he goes, what? I really like it. And my
Bailey.
dad's so white and then like ridiculous and whatever. And I'm like, oh my God.
Bruh, now that all my friends have been getting married and shit, it's going crazy. yo.
That's definitely the song of the
And now I kind
reception.
of want it on a ringtone now that I'm really.
All of the
The
songs
ringtone.
that we've
Yeah.
mentioned right now are played at wedding receptions.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
and that's what's
Real.
really
I hope you don't
fucked
play
up.
I Don't Fuck With You at the wedding.
They will. Because it's like a regular, like, classic song. I'm not talking about when the bride and groom are, like, dancing, but when they're trying to get, like, oh, yeah, y'all like Kendrick Lamar, like, oh, or, like, Big Sean, like, ooh, y'all like this,
That
right?
ain't the move.
Top
Fire the
40.
DJ. If he play I Don't Fuck With You at a wedding,
I could see them
a
doing
ritualistic union.
that. Wow. You know the reception is not a part of that, bro.
A love ceremony.
You gotta read the room.
They never do. Fuck. A lot of people don't even know how to do it. Never mind. The cha-cha slide.
Santana's still in my head.
Yeah,
That's the number
same.
one. I think that is the number one at the top 5. You.
Oh, my other one was Bon Jovi. It's My Life.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god.
can handle it. I can handle that
Well, it
That's
depends
so
on
funny.
what's being done when that song is
one. You know
played,
what?
for real.
Santana's still the worst.
What's that instrument with the tube? It's like wow.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
What's it called? What Peter
Vocoder.
Fraser had with-
Vocoder?
Yeah.
Oh, vocoder.
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 Yes,
Oh
exactly.
my God.
I remember my mom told me what that was. So I was like, "What is this?
I'm trying to
this
get one.
tube
Show
out
him
of their
Suck got one.
mouth?"
He had the tube in his mouth.
Are they getting
Pause.
oxygen so they can sing longer? That's what I thought.
Wait, is that what they're doing?
I thought that's what it was when I was younger. I used to think that it was like oxygen because you know, like breath control when you're singing and
Okay.
shit. I used to think that in their mouth was like giving them extra oxygen to be
wow.
like, yeah.
Okay.
That's so optimistic of you. That's raw.
That's try to give people credit.
Then my mom was like, listen, this is what it is.
I need to get a vocoder. Them
Both of you
bitches
guys
hard.
stay in Chicago though, right?
What's up?
What's
Both
that?
of you stay in Chicago, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you guys going to Pitchfork?
I'm waiting for some tickets to fall into my lap.
For sure.
No, I feel
Fair
you.
enough.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah. Same.
I would like
Fair
to see
enough.
Nation of Language.
Okay, they
I've
play
been
at
listening.
Pitchfork.
You know, it's interesting. Like this bar I used to work at, someone left a record at the bar, wrapped up in everything, and I'm like, "Who the fuck is this?" And then I listened to him, and I'm like, "This is awesome." And it's just like it. I don't know what it is. I thought they were a Chicago band, but they're actually from New York.
Okay.
What are they called?
Nation of Language.
It's a cool name.
I'll check them out.
Right?
I'll have
And
to check them out.
they
too.
have
haven't
a
heard of
song
them.
called Division Street, so I thought it was definitely here.
From Chicago.
No,
shit.
and no, yeah, they're great. It's just it's a vibe. I don't know.
I heard you, Evan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's one other. I can't remember what else I want to see, but that's literally my main goal is to see on Friday national language.
Yeah.
Yeah, who are the headliners at Pitchfork?
My main goal.
It's giving kind of dry, respectfully.
Yeah.
All I know
Because I love Pitchfork for so long.
Yeah.
Respectfully, yeah, now I'm grown and like other things to go to. Yeah, looking at the line of a Pitchfork. Respect.
Oh,
No,
Bon
we-
Iver, yeah.
We
Yeah,
definitely.
hell
How,
yeah,
okay,
I'm
can we
in
stop?
that bitch.
How the fuck do you say Bon Iver? Is it Bon Iver?
I
Bon
think
Iver?
it's
Bon
Bon-
Iver. It's Bon Iver.
Bon
Barely
Bon
say it right.
Iver?
Bon Iver.
Iver
So-
because it's
That's really
fucking
classy.
French.
Okay, like
and it's like
Bon Iver.
Canadian shit.
No, yeah, no, Bon
Iver.
Iver. He's from.
Okay.
They're from Minnesota, yo. Actually,
Close.
All right.
no. Only reason I know it because his brother used to be our manager,
Oh,
Where-
yeah.
Nate Vernon, for real.
Oh, really?
Hell
I'm gonna
yeah.
dig a little bit deeper. 'cause
But that's what it comes. I fuck
I'm
with him. I
not
met him a
saying
couple
French,
times.
but like Canadian.
No, I feel you, which is right up there, for real.
Yeah.
All I know is Wise Blood is playing, and that's all I need to see, for real.
Youth Lagoon, also.
You look on school.
They
Soul
have-
Glow.
Soul
Yeah,
Glow is
Slow
playing.
Glow. I'm trying
got-
to see that shit.
Richie, you would like Soul Glow.
Yeah.
Sogo fucking rules.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
fucking.
I want to cry.
Why?
Fridays.
King
No,
Cruel.
Nation of Language.
King Cruel.
No, I, wanna
I gotta
cry.
see
Oh,
King
King
Cruel.
Cruel. I
Lagoon
love King Cruel.
And
Yes.
fucking Nation of Language. I want to cry. I want to go Friday, and then I don't give a shit about the other days.
Are you
Yeah.
guys trying to go to any other festivals? I know the summer is, in
It's all
Chicago
wild.
wrapping up. Are you
Definitely
guys
wanna
trying to go to Riot
Yeah, I
Fest?
want to see Queen
Hell
Stone
yeah.
Age for
Okay,
sure.
so-
Riot Fest is gonna be
Riot Fest
nutty.
is more my scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
I
Are you
wanna
trying to see
see-
anybody at Riot Fest?
You know, I feel like, yeah, hell yeah. It's like a.
Who's the one that you gotta see? Because you know they start playing at the same time, type shit, and you're just like, all right, gotta pick and choose.
I'm a brand new Turnstile fan. I know I should have been on it before.
Turnstile
But who gives a
fucking
fuck?
Yo,
we
better
can't
late-
even judge you, dude.
I know. Don't
Better late
judge
than
me,
never.
please.
Hell yeah.
Like I'm
This is
into
a safe
it.
space.
I love it. I like it. I'm
Yes.
into it. And there's some of them that keep returning. And I didn't go last year. I would love to go this year. It's probably gonna happen. You know, September's my time.
Yeah, better late than never.
Yeah.
Please see Turnstile. It's
Oh
one of the
my
best.
So fucking good.
One of the best bands I've seen ever.
Oh, you've
especially,
seen them?
Yeah, I've seen them like
Billion.
A bunch of times.
Billion times.
So you probably saw them in like smaller clubs while they were still coming up.
Yeah.
Now they're like the
Yeah.
biggest
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
band in the world.
Yeah.
lucky.
I remember when
Right,
I first met Nate. Right when I first met you, I pulled up at a Turnstile show I ain't had tickets to. I was trying to finesse my way in.
Chicago?
Yeah, this was years and years ago. I see Nate out there. I was like, Nate, see if you can make something happen,
See, Nate
bro.
sound like the brand. Like, I should have been on it. Like right when. Why were you playing it when we were working together?
because I didn't think you would like it. Because
So stop assuming.
I mean, it was hardcore. I didn't think you like really like and they didn't sound like that when we first.
Yeah,
started,
right.
you know,
Yeah,
that.
they were
Yeah.
a lot more hardcore.
They
than
did
are now.
refine their
Yeah.
little
I could have been on
sounds.
Turnstile so long ago.
And
Yeah, they're like shoegaze, hardcore, and like there's like some.
No, I
Yeah.
like them a lot because they got the hooks on
Yeah.
the Glow
yeah,
album.
yeah, go on,
Everything.
yeah,
Yeah.
And they've always been like a really hooky hardcore band too. You know what I mean?
And
Like,
you know, I like hooks.
Yeah.
I like that
Yeah,
addiction.
right. Going back to
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
when bands embrace like a little bit of pop,
Yeah.
a little bit of hook.
Hell yeah,
They-
and don't
they
be
explode.
scared.
Speaking of that, who I'm really excited to see at Riot Fest, I need to see is Head Automatica.
Yes, that's
the
exactly
only
what I was
band
about to
I need
say.
to see
Yes,
is Head Automatica.
Baby,
Yeah.
is the
Oh my soul, for real.
Maybe, you know,
I didn't miss Head Automatica so many times due to bullshit.
Yeah, because
I ain't never even seen Glass Jaw.
well, because Daryl Palumbo has Crohn's disease, so
Yeah.
they were always book tours. They would always book tours and like cancel right at the end. So I've seen Glassjaw like twice. Never saw Head Automatica, but yeah, that was like why. That's why. That's why.
I want to see.
That's why
at,
people never saw him.
Besides Head Automatica.
Me?
Shout
Who do
out
you want to
to
see at Riot Fest? Besides what you just said right now, 'cause that's
Shit,
valid.
I'm not trying. I can't even think of who else is playing.
I haven't looked at the list, but I know.
Fair
everything's
enough.
great.
I was just trying to.
I mean-
I was just trying to feel out the room, you know,
Yeah.
for all the festivals coming up, you know. Chicagoans give
Snapcase.
a fuck
Yeah.
about summertime.
Yeah, I want to
And
see
a lot
shit.
of festivals come through, and it's just like, yeah, you
Yeah.
be waiting all year for it to get nice outside, so
Yeah.
you can see your favorite band
Yeah.
perform on a stage and be like sweaty and
You
shit.
gotta have like a festival that's midwinter, nothing's going on, everyone's depressed,
Yeah.
but everyone's looking forward to it, like at the Salt Shed or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
like
really
indoor-
should
Right?
fuck around and do that.
And
shit.
it's all that stuff that's, gonna kind of like, oh, I have faith that life is gonna
that
be
life
good.
is all right.
Yeah, right. We don't have to wait till the summertime because it's all lined up with the same thing. You have Pitchfork and Wicker Park Fest, and you have Riot Fest, and you have Lala and all of this stuff. It's like, what about the winter where nothing is in between or side by
when
side?
we're feeling the lowest.
Yeah, somebody step up.
For real.
Millionaire.
We need a winter
Step
fest.
up.
All
Where's
right?
our winter
It could
fest?
be inside, just like
Yeah.
you said, Salt Shed. Like, listen.
Salt Shed, bop around to all the venues, and it'll
Yeah.
be official, like the
Snowflake Fest.
snowflake fucking
Wow.
Period. Oh,
Snowfest.
Snowfest.
I'm also looking forward to the Rumble, which will be cool.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Who's playing at the Rumble? Do
The
you know?
Killer is playing.
Okay. Period. Shout out Luke.
Yeah.
Luke. Okay.
Turquoise is playing.
Turquoise is playing.
Zulu is
Woo,
playing.
woo, you already know.
Who else? I don't.
No, neither one of those.
Look, Evan just throwing out anything. I wish.
In your dreams, Evan.
In my dreams.
Continue
Nah,
on
but
with the
yeah,
podcast.
I'm excited for the festivals to like kick up and shit, yo. Like, even though like we were talking about Pitchfork, like I was looking through the lineup, I'm like, I don't know none of these people, but I hope some of them would be good for real. Cause this is
Yeah.
bands I didn't found out about just from
sure.
seeing them. You know what
At
I'm
the
saying?
beginning of when I was going to Pitchfork, because he was giving like poor man's Lollapalooza always. When I was a shorty, like
sure.
in my early 20s, it was always like, oh yeah, I can afford to go to Pitchfork, and it's like more. It was more tapped into the music I was listening to at the time, like indie shit. But a lot of that Pitchfork, like going to Pitchfork, used to be like $50 to get in that motherfucker, and like you would end up staying at a stage trying to see who you liked. But like get
find
introduced to
some
all
new
these
shit.
other bands, and it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
yeah, this is so sick. So it was like a cool indie like new listening party. Like I've
like,
never heard of this band. None
I
of my
would-
friends have heard of this band.
What was
so,
your
like,
favorite that if you went to a like Pitchfork or Lala that you didn't expect to like? What were you going into and you were like, holy shit, I'm gonna look them up. I like their live set. This is amazing.
That's crazy. I might murder, and I know exactly what you're talking about, but I might murder the names, which like defeats all of my shit. But like, it's like you something Black Emperor.
Godspeed you, Black
Godspeed,
Emperor.
Black
Yes.
Emperor. Yeah.
Oh,
That, yes.
Yeah.
I saw them at Pitchfork, and I had no idea what that was, but I fucked with, like, the way the name
Yeah.
was set up with, like, an exclamation mark and
Texas,
shit.
baby.
And they were literally like, oh, they're Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, look, I love Texas.
That band is incredible.
Yeah, and I had
What kind of
no
music
idea
is that?
who they were at all before Pitchfork.
what
Oh, yeah.
what's the genre?
It's like
It's like
Ooh, you can't name it? That means they're good.
it's
See,
like
that's-
Period. I'm really bad at naming genres.
It's
so I was doing
ambient-esque.
space.
It's in a
it's like post rock, but
yeah.
softer.
I feel like it's a more aggressive explosion to the sky.
Exactly.
Okay, and
Yeah.
I will
That's
accept
actually-
that because I
Yeah.
fucking love Explosion of the Sky. Fuck, you really want to talk about this?
Yeah. I got
But that was one band. I don't know. I used to always go for Animal Collective all the time. I've seen Animal Collective like 10 times
My heart
live.
just got ignited.
Yeah.
I love animals.
But Pitchfork used to fuck with them heavy. They used to be there
Oh yeah.
all the time, every year. I've seen them so many times. And then it started being like Panda Bear. And then it started being AV Tear with like his solo shit or whatever. I never saw any of the solo stuff. I saw Panda Bear solo at Pitchfork, but
Cool. I'm so mad I never saw Animal Collective. I love.
I think I saw them.
I ain't never seen them either.
so good.
I didn't like that
dude.
band till like way later in my
They're
life.
so
It's
goofy,
definitely-
but it works.
It's an acquired taste, dude.
Yes.
Like I played that shit all through like when I was
Summertime
19. all
Clothes or
the
whatever that song
years.
is called.
Yeah, but way
Summertime.
before it, like the craziest sounds, and people would be like, we'd be like smoking weed in my dorm. They'd be like, "Bro, what the fuck is this? Turn
they're
this
like,
off."
What? It's like goofy, like sticks,
I'm like,
sticks
"No, I
hitting other
love
sticks.
this."
Skateboarding got me into that
Like, and
band.
they're like, wait, what? And it just works.
And like little screams. Woo!
Woo! I know, right?
That band is a little wacky for me. I can't get into Animal Collective.
I definitely
They're like
fuck-
in their
oh my
kitchen
God.
and they're just hitting spoons and like, woo! And
Yeah,
then somehow it
I
works.
fucking
Oh my
love
God.
it.
It's actually right on.
I got up on War Paint from Pitchfork.
Yeah, War Paint, right?
Oh,
That was the
Warpaint.
first time I ever seen them, and like that's how I got into their music, War Paint, and then
I
Savages.
feel like I saw Trash Talk
Oh,
the first
fuck,
time
Savages,
here
dude.
too.
I got up on Savages from just randomly being at the stage, and they came on.
Dude, I saw Savages and Warpaint, 2 different shows at the Metro, and it was like 2 of the best shows I've
Oh,
ever been
hell
to
yeah.
in my
True.
entire life. Yeah, Savages was incredible.
Shout out to the Metro, man.
Yeah, dude,
Some of the
that's
best shows of my life.
My
yeah.
first show ever was at the Metro.
What show?
Oh, sick.
Local H.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Sick.
wait.
Yeah.
Scott
Throwback.
Lucas.
It's really giving that you grew up in Chicago proper. Oh my god.
You really drove from
The
Logan
rest of y'all
Square
are
back there.
Yeah.
Only Richie Pistol is from Chicago.
That's right, y'all. Just don't forget it.
Y'all hearing it right now.
Being from
on
Logan
Facebook
Square is still
podcast. Dude,
Yeah, it was a lot different.
Yeah.
I've
I'm
met
sure.
somebody who grew up in Wicker Park proper.
Yeah.
So right when you said that, I was like, oh shit. Because, you know, everyone's trying to feel out what that is because no one's ever from these neighborhoods, but like, no, they are.
Yeah. Pedro's from Bucktown. That's crazy. From my neighborhood.
Oh my God.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I love it. I love it. I love Chicago, and I love when people love it too, even though they're
yeah.
not from.
Best city in America.
Yeah.
It's kind of fucking true.
It's great.
It
is.
really
It's
is.
really true.
It has everything, you know.
Nobody talks shit about Chicago.
I really tried
they
to
do.
talk shit about it, moved away twice talking shit about it.
Everybody
Same.
always comes
And then
back
came back.
to
Yeah, I hear that from a
Chicago
lot of people. Yeah.
because you get the Midwest, like wholesome. You know, everyone's real. People go to LA, they realize it sucks. They come back and they're like, oh, this is where home is.
Yep.
Yep.
They go to New York, too expensive. They come back to Chicago.
Talk that shit. I'm like,
New York's
It's
exhausting.
literally fucking true.
Okay.
That's actually
Like,
fucking true.
Yeah, you
like,
can really grow
the
here.
actual
Yeah.
words exhausting.
Yeah,
It's
I-
like, why am I
Yeah.
tired? It's like 2
Yeah.
p.m. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck's going
Yeah.
on?
Yeah, it's too much going on for real. Like when you in New York, it's just people on the street all times of day. You get on the train and it looked like you got on the train at rush hour in Chicago, but it's like that all the time.
And like at 3 a.m., Times Square is like
Yeah,
crazy.
yo.
It's like,
No.
what the fuck?
No.
Bless.
No one needs that, like, stress.
I like Seattle a lot. in
Yeah,
the
I just got
summer.
back from Seattle
Oh, really?
in February. I
Is
guess.
is it as depressing as I think?
Right. With the clouds and
In
the
the summer,
rain.
I
it's
mean, yeah,
perfect.
but it's not that depressing. It's not depressing. It's beautiful.
'Cause I've been eating that sunshine.
I picture it like that movie Stigmata, where it's just
Nah.
raining constantly. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Where it's like constant and you're
It's
just
like
like
David
emotional.
Fincher. Stigmata.
And you know what I mean?
Yes.
That movie is I love
Who is that
movie.
guy? Whatever. No one else. will know.
Gabriel Byrne.
Yes, exactly.
My crush. I've
I'm
had a
leaving.
crush on him.
I'm
since I
leaving
was a
right now
child.
because I
know
just
he's
met my
he is
equal.
so old. He's so old. But I know. Why are
You like Liam Neeson too?
He's an asshole and he's
a-
racist.
No,
Oh, really?
yeah, he's
Yeah.
I don't know
he's
shit
the
about
reason
him.
why I didn't
Big
like
game's
him.
got to be weak too.
But Gabriel
look, people
Byrne,
tell themselves-
Gabriel Byrne
Yeah.
he is, what is he, English?
I have no
Irish.
idea.
Yeah,
Irish.
he's Irish.
Is he? How do you know?
I believe it.
I just know about stuff.
Okay.
I
So,
believe it. I love
Yeah.
him.
End of days, bro.
he's a priest.
Yes, exactly.
He is my crush. He's a hottie forever.
He's the best Satan, man. Ever.
No, he's a
Period.
priest. Like, when can you find a priest?
Perry would say the
hot?
best Satan
He is
man.
so hot as a priest. And
You
you're
know
like,
Perry's
oh my
I
last
guess.
name
You're
is
like, do
Lomax.
Oh, I was about to say you
Do
nailed
me.
it. I was about to say what you gonna
Perry's
say
last
for
name
real.
is Lomax, right? It's like the devil's advocate. You know, Keanu Reeves' last name was Lomax in the movie.
It was.
And he was so,
That's the best devil.
Devil's advocate.
Okay,
So it was Al Pacino is
Keanu
playing the
Reeves.
devil, but Keanu Reeves is just playing a lawyer, and at the end, whatever, spoiler, he's like the son of the devil, but his
Oh, that's
last
spoiler.
name is Lomax, and that's the only time I've ever heard Perry's
only
last
time
name
I've ever heard it, for
besides
real.
meeting him in person. So like, that's Perry's
I
like
think
devil
I saw that
man
movie, and I was like, that movie definitely didn't get a lot of credit, didn't it?
It
Right?
didn't, and
Right?
it's raw as fuck. It
Right.
didn't, yeah. But I feel like people are over Keanu Reeves.
I
Like,
will
he
say
kinda
that is
watched
all
movies
returning.
without.
That will
That
all
was-
return. A
yeah.
lot of spiritual movies are gonna come back, like that Stigmata shit. Like, you know,
Stigmata
devils.
is such a
it's
good
all
movie.
gonna come. Oh, it's so good.
Oh, that late '90s leather and shit.
Oh, what are you talking about? No, it's
You know what I'm talking about?
No. What's her name?
Patricia Arquette.
Patricia Arquette, Gabriel Byrne, and what's her face? You know, it's all.
Oh, I like
there's
her.
like three. Yeah, it's three people. It's raining, and there's religion, and it's real shit. It's insane.
Nah,
There's
Yeah.
a church.
Man.
But I will say that everything from the 90s has been coming back right now, and
Hell yeah.
religion is coming with it. Spirituality
Absolutely.
is coming back. So we're
I'll take the
all,
spirituality.
So all that movie stuff,
Yeah, keep the religious bullshit.
it's coming in.
Yes.
All that
Fuck
like
that.
weird, goofy, like Stigmata stuff
Yeah,
is coming back right
that
now.
was like the
So we're
Omen
talking
and
about
shit.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
Watch. We're gonna have
Deal with it.
Stigmata 2,
Period.
Redemption,
In the works.
Stigmata 2, more Stigmata.
Directed by Emily.
more Stigmata,
More Stigmata.
Well, shit, man.
More holes in your fucking name.
more holes.
Yo, so you,
We're canceled right now.
man, we are so over. Man, do y'all have anything to plug before we get out of here?
Yeah, you guys have any plugs or anything you guys want to talk about to end it off?
That we
What do you
haven't-
want
yeah.
people to remember? You guys be in the pod, whatever you guys got going on. Shout outs, anything.
Well, Lyre has our first ever show at Federal Moto, August 11th. Free show. It's gonna be awesome. There's vendors. Yeah, it's gonna be rad, and we're super excited. So we hope y'all come out.
Yeah,
And
man.
listen to us on Spotify and all the streaming,
Spotify, Apple,
all,
all
that
the
shit.
stuff.
Yeah, it's
Fuck
all
yeah.
out there.
Man, thanks.
Yeah.
Thank y'all so much for coming on. This
Yes.
Oh
was-
my God, thank you
you.
for having us.
Yeah,
Good
thank you for having
vibes.
us. This
Dude,
has
it's been a
the
long
best.
time
So
coming.
fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm begging Emily for
I know.
2 years.
The best. I love it.
Finally
I
got
love
him.
it.
Yes, Space Value Podcast. What,
You know what I'm
208?
saying?
208.
Period.